anyone coming live can ask me any questions that they have right now. I have about 20 minutes or so, 20, 25 minutes, 20 minutes or so. By the time I reach the train station, I will take some general questions that I've got on the channel to begin with. If there is any issue with the voice or anything, let me know. So, yeah, someone asked on the channel regarding traveling from outside UK. This e-visa thing is a new thing that is going to be quite a big mess as soon as 1st January arrives. So everyone's visas are expiring, BRPs are expiring on 31st of January, 31st of December, sorry. From 1st Jan, anyone traveling to the UK will need a e-visa. All the visa nationals will need an e-visa. So it is quite a big change. I'm also having several consultations. Yesterday also I was talking to someone with ILRs on those vignette. So some points on that I have observed that I will clarify. Okay, someone asked on the channel, I remember yesterday, it was when you travel from outside the UK, if you have the e-visa, you don't have a BRP obviously. Firstly, if you have an expired BRP, please do carry that with you, number one. It has your biometrics information. It will help with future applications. That's what Home Office has confirmed to us, number one. Number two, whenever you are traveling in the UK, the carrier, whichever airlines you are flying from, so they will, usually they check the BRP cards. Now they will put your passport details on the system, and I'm crossing the road, okay. They will put your passport details, sorry, I'm talking. So they will put the passport details on the system and they will see your permission in the UK. If they don't see that, they won't allow you to board the plane. So remember that. There will be some issues, system issues and all that will come, but I think Home Office has prepared everything. That's what Home Office has confirmed to us, and we will see it as it goes, as things move forward. Slowly next year, all those vignettes, visitor visa vignettes, I think next year it is in line. The stickers that are put on the passport, they will also be gone. So over a period of, I think next 6 months from January or so, everything, 6 months or a year, even those stickers will go out of the passport, the visitor visa stickers. So, and you need to remember that if you don't have an e-visa, you may have difficulty boarding the plane. That is the first point. If you come to the immigration officer, that is perfectly fine. They will allow you, whether you have anything. They will check things in the system. They have systems in place. They can put your details and finds your status anyway. But for the carrier to bring you to the UK, that is the biggest thing that may have that may get into some mess. That's what we have to see in January. So that is one thing. Be mindful of that. Always update your latest passport on your e-visa. So that's the only way. When the carrier puts your passport details, they will see your status. If your latest passport is not updated, the one that you're going to use to travel, they will not see the status. Secondly, you can have several ID documents also. That's what I know of. Even we have updated. So for example, if you had a BRP card and that is the ID document, then you update your passport, and let's say you update another one also. So usually Home Office has confirmed, and to the best of my information, all the ID numbers are linked to your e-visa. So, but remember, you can only check with the latest ID document that you have updated onto your e-visa. That is the important one. So let's say you have ID document A and then you updated it with ID document B, whatever that is, new passport, anything. You can only use B to check your status for anything. Even in the UK, for employers, you can only use your latest ID document. But Home Office, in their systems, they have all the passports connected into your e-visa. But when you are trying to view or prove it to anyone, it's always the latest identification document. Anyone coming live can ask your questions. No questions coming. Okay, I'm not sure I have enabled the chat. I think I have. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Just want to make sure it's not a member only. Let us check. Let us check. Okay. So that is about e-visa. Secondly, about NTL applications, no time limit applications. That's another thing that is currently too much in discussion. Previously, Home Office used to ask for additional evidence. So NTL. So what is NTL? Someone who has indefinite leave to remain from the olden days, 20 years ago, 1990s, I don't know, 80s maybe. So they did not have a BRP card. And with that indefinite leave to remain, they cannot use that sticker. So at that time, they used to give either an approval letter, that was your ILR, or sometimes it's a stamp. I have seen stamps on the on your passport saying you have indefinite leave to remain, or a sticker saying indefinite leave to remain. So all of those legacy documents, so we call that legacy documents, Home Office calls them legacy documents for indefinite leave other than BRP. They cannot be used to travel to the UK. Very, very important. People may be stuck outside UK. Hence, anyone who has those legacy documents, they should convert it into an e-visa. And the only way to convert that into an e-visa, first thing is to be physically present in the UK. If you are sitting somewhere in the world, you won't be able to fill up and submit and convert that into an e-visa, those legacy documents. You have to fill up, be in the UK, number one, fill up and submit a NTL application, no time limit, that is the full form. I think it is a free application. And after that, once that application is approved, only then your UKVI account will be created. You won't get a BRP, no one will get a BRP ever. So no BRPs for anyone. So that is done and dusted now. The production of BRP has been stopped. But if you once your NTL is approved, then a UKVI account is created, and once that UKVI account is created, then your e-visa is created with that. So basically that NTL has to be approved. After that, an e-visa account will be created by the caseworking team for you. And as a part of the NTL application, many people ask me that you need to be physically present in the UK, number one. Secondly, you need to go and enroll your biometrics. That's why you need to be in the UK. You cannot do an NTL application from outside the UK. Okay, I have a question. Let me read. But Ehsan, I am on a skilled worker visa. Let me just wear my hoodie. It's very cold. Okay. I am on a skilled worker visa. My IELTS B1 is expired. To switch my visa, skilled worker spouse, can I need retake IELTS exam? Yes. Okay. So the general rule for any expired English language exams is that if you have used it for a successful previous application, then you can reuse it. So to the best of my understanding of the rules, you should be able to use even an expired IELTS test certificate, provided it is still valid, that company is still approved, whichever IELTS, I think it is still approved, so that should be fine. And the level of English is also you are meeting. Skilled worker is higher than spouse visa anyway, so that is fine. Expired certificate can only be used if it was used for a previous successful application, and since then you had been on continuous permissions. There was no break in between. You were never without any UK permission. So that's my understanding of the rules. Worst scenario, let's say you submit an expired test certificate. Talking of all possibilities here, the Home Office caseworker will write back to you. They will ask you to give you another test. So if they are not happy with it, so as that is what the rules require them to ask. So they cannot refuse an application just because an English language test certificate is not provided or expired or whatever that is. So that is my answer. Next. Kulsum Khan. My visa expires 5th December. I am going back. I get back with my new visa before 180 days. And I reset. Okay, let me understand this. Your visa expires 5th December. Going back. If I get back within before 100 days. Yeah, within 180 days. So this is a question about 10-year long residence. So within 180 days, if you do come back, then your IL account does not reset. But remember the total number of absences. I think it is 184 now, not 180. So, but then yeah, if within 6 months of you leaving, basically your leaving date and coming back date should be within 6 months. That's how we talk about it and understand it. So your 10-year long residence ILR will not reset. That is my answer. But remember, you cannot just enter as a visitor. You will need to come on a visa that qualifies you for the 10-year long residence. AV. I'm on skilled worker visa. Children on dependent. Children dependent. And we will be traveling. Your skilled worker visa, children on dependent. And e-visa done. Yeah, so you created skilled worker visa and dependents. You already created your e-visas. Just carry your passport and the BRP card that is expired. That should be sufficient. And you can also update your passport on that UKVI account. When you update the ID, it should allow you usually. So if you update your passport, then that will be the ID document that you are using to access the e-visa. So once you go to the airlines or you check in and all, they should be able to find it. And one more update on the e-visa front. Home Office and all the carriers are working on what they call software thing, some interface between each other, where as soon as you check in, that will come within next 1 year or so. I think all the airlines are working on it. When you check in, at the point of check in, when you put your passport details, if you have a permission, the system will check, and that's the point where your e-visa will be confirmed by the carrier. So they may not even have to check you at the port of entry when you board the flight. So that is what they are working. There's the future, and I know most of the airlines are working on that API. Yeah, that's what they call, I think. So that's about e-visa. I know, yeah, some of you are having issues. I will cross the road and answer about that, the BRP scanning not done or e-visa issues. Let me cross the road. Okay, so I've heard many viewers are also having issues on scanning those BRPs or maybe scanning passports to create a UKVI account. If that is happening, first try alternate IDs. So if you can do it with the BRP, try it with that. Try it with the passport. If not, try it with your application reference, either the GWF entry clearance applications or UAN, whatever that is. Nothing is working. In that case, contact the UKVI helpline. There is a web chat that I am aware of. For any e-visa issues, you need to chat with them. I know there is no direct helpline that you can talk to someone, but the web chat is quite helpful. That's what I have been told from experience of others. So yes, contact that web chat and raise your query through that. I think that's a 24 hours web chat available, and initially I think it's an AI, and then finally it does go through a human being, I know that. So someone will try and help you with any e-visa issues. The issues are mainly you are unable to see your e-visa, unable to scan BRP, unable to scan passport, mixed up statuses, which means someone else's picture is shown on your e-visa. Yeah, that is happening. And someone else's name, status is wrong. So all those things, they are quite uncommon, maybe around 5%, less than 5% of the cases. I'll cross the road. 1 minute. Thank you, Bhatti Ehsan. Thank you. Okay. So yes, jumbled up, or whatever they call it, mixed up statuses. So that is also happening. If that is happening with your status, incorrect status is displayed, you can raise it through that web chat and try and get it sorted. So that is about e-visas, NTLs. With the no time limit applications also, now it is the documentation requirement for the no time limit application that has also been reduced. I'm a member of Immigration Lawyers Association, and through our constant lobbying and discussions with previously what used to happen, I think 6 months before, we've got a recent update that I will update on everything. So what was the background? Firstly, for the NTL applications, let's say you got ILR 20 years ago and you have a sticker on your passport and you're trying to apply for that NTL. Home Office policy was that since for the last 20 years you were required to give them address proof showing that you were a resident in the UK, never been out of the UK for more than 2 years. That's when you lose your ILR. So if your ILR has lapsed or not. But now, and this was quite a big difficulty for everyone to arrange these documents. Many of them were not living in the UK. They were just coming in and out, whatever the issues were. Didn't have a permanent address. Yesterday also I was talking to someone. Family had moved over. They were coming in and out, but they also sold their house. So all these issues were coming up. So finally we raised these issues. Almost last 1 year it was a back and forth that was going on. I think last month only they have agreed that they are not going to ask for the whole 20 years of documents. They are only going to, they are not going to ask any residence evidence. That's what they are trying to say. They are going to ask only your dates of travel in and out of the UK. So that has eased up a lot. So anyone who had been in that situation can now file the NTL applications and they should be fine. Yeah, we also represent with NTL applications. So the applications, our experience with NTL has been good now. So they are accepting explanations if there are no documents, and they are okay with having that vignette and some evidence, whatever you can prove. So that is with the NTL. NTL has improved a lot. No time limit application, NTL can only be filed from inside the UK. You have to enroll a biometric appointment. Okay, I'm entering the turnstile. Okay, I'm at a train station. So can only be filed from inside UK. This is the application that is too much in discussion and everyone is looking for it. I know that. So I wanted to talk about it. There is no fees to the best of my knowledge. Biometric enrollment is required. I'm walking on the stairs. If anyone comes live, they can ask any questions that you may have. Okay, once I stand, I will take. Okay, I'm trying to look at my train. Okay, I think the train is arriving. I'll continue to take any questions that you may have. Let me just check. Just 1 minute, I will check the stations. Sure. Okay. I think this train is not the one I am looking for. Anyone coming live can ask their questions about ILR. Yes, Kulsum. So when you leave the UK and you come back within 6 months, 180 days, your account will not reset. Your continuous period for 10-year long residence will not be broken. So that is my answer. I don't know. for 10-year long residence, if you are, so your question is out of the UK for 2 months without visa. You have permission, you leave the UK. So the important thing is when you leave the UK, you should have a valid permission, number one. And when you come back to the UK, you should have a valid permission, excluding any permissions of those excluded ones, excluding visitor visa permission and some of those seasonal worker and all of that. So if you come back within 180 days, it should be fine. But all those periods will count towards your absences. I don't think there is any such rule of 2 months that has changed. Nothing has changed as per the best of my knowledge. No updates yet. Yeah. So I don't think that is correct. This number is still at 184 days in a rolling 12-month cycle. 180 days. Yeah, 184 days maximum you can be outside the UK. You should have permission when you leave. You should have permission when you come back. That's how the rule operates under the 10-year long residence. Okay. I'm waiting for my train at the train station. Anyone having any questions can ask me. So this is a live for any subscribers of the channel. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much for coming on the live. I'll answer any questions that I can do within 10 seconds usually. For detailed discussion on your case, definitely book a consultation with us, paid consultation. We don't offer any free advice outside of these lives. Okay, firing done. Okay. So I will be live for about 10 minutes, I think so, by the time the train goes in the tunnel. So, and once after that, in about 20 minutes, I'll come back live again for some time because I'll be having a walk in central London of about 15 20 minutes. And then, so I'll do several lives when I come back. Once I'm done, I'm going to the OCI office of India. Okay. So, Fayaz Ahmed, thank you for joining. My daughter turned 18 while in hometown, not UK. Not UK. Can she come without issue? Can we extend her visa as well? Yeah, if your daughter has already turned 18 and she is still outside the UK, it will be difficult for you to attach her to any of the family members and bring her on any family visas, because after that, after 18 years of age, you won't be able to attach your daughter to the rest of the family. So that is something that you should be careful about. If she's not turned 18, should submit the application as soon as before she completes 18 years of age. I'll get on the train and then start again. Okay. Okay, this is the train I was waiting for. I'll just get on the train and then start talking again. Between the train and the platform. This station is number 4. This train terminates at. Okay. Let me take off my backpack. Okay. Yeah, if you come back on a student visa, that should be fine. That should be fine. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, on my jacket. Attention, please. The next station is Hindon, which has a short platform. If you wish to alight here, you must be travelling in the front set of coaches. I will wait for the instructions to finish and then I will start talking again. Okay, so maybe. So this is the view, adding the view to the scene. Okay, so I was talking of e-visas. This is the most common thing that people are facing now. Issues around visa. It's difficult to get ATAS approval. If you are ATAS clearance, I don't know much about it, but I know it is required in specific fields like atomic research or something with nuclear energy and all of that. ATAS clearance is mainly if you are not a threat to the country, then you should get the ATAS clearance. That's how I look at it. So if you are a genuine person and not having any issues, I don't think everyone usually gets attached. I've seen several attached certificates, so it should be fine in your field of work, whatever is your field of work, you may need it. So, and I was talking about issues around e-visas, UKVI accounts. So this will be quite a mess. Okay, but yes, next question from Bhatti. If I retake the IELTS for spouse visa inside the, can you confirm please which IELTS required for spouse visa, B1 or other 4 modules? You can either do the B1. I don't think you need it. You only need 2 modules. You need the speaking and listening. You can pass the B1. So I'll explain the spouse visa English language requirement, whether it's inside or outside UK. There are 3 applications that you will make. First application, extension after 2.5 years, and then ILR after 5 years. For the first one, you need A1. For the second one, extension, you need A2. For the third one, you need B1. You can directly pass B1 only in 2 components, speaking and listening. Okay, not the one for skilled worker, which is 4 components. So you only need B1. So you can directly pass a B1. Since you had already passed B1 in all 4 components, you will definitely pass this one, I think. So pass the B1 in 2 components, speaking and listening, and use the same certificate. It will expire after 2 years, but you can continue to use it for all your 3 applications. Firstly, for the spouse visa, after 2.5 years for the extension, and after 5 years for the ILR. So that is allowed. That is fine. That's what all our clients do. Yes. Yeah, so that is in summary. You can directly pass the B1, use the expired certificate also for extensions and ILRs. Not to issue, not to worry. Thirdly, for the spouse visa, there is a Mac consultation going on. I haven't got to editing my video yet, but yeah, if you Google search for Mac consultation on spouse visas, on the financial requirement, there is a consultation going on. Please do fill up. Even individuals can fill up. Even individuals can fill up the MAC consultation, give your opinion on the 29,000 financial requirement. They are trying to reduce it. I think that is the intention. They want to see whether the 29,000 financial requirement is working or not. So do give your opinion on that consultation. You can Google search for MAC consultation on financial requirement for family route visas, something like that. Also, thank you, Kulsum. Yeah, you are from Dewsbury. Yeah, it's getting colder here also, but it wasn't that cold this morning. Yeah, I think I'm in London. Yeah, it is a bit cold here also. It was cold for me. Okay, Rebin, hi. Majud is, I have costs with the code 6235. Can I include my dependent? 6235. To the best of my knowledge, 6145 and 6146 are the only ones where dependents are not allowed. 6235 should be fine. Yeah. So there are only 2 which have been restricted. That is the senior care worker and care worker. Those names. 6235 should be fine. You should be able to include dependents. I have read the immigration rules also on that. So those are the only 2. Those have been excluded for dependents. 6235 should be fine. I don't think 6235 is in that list. So I think you should be fine to attach dependents. But to get a confirmation, please book a paid consultation with us or any other lawyer. That's always I tell you. Yeah, so I'm just trying to give whatever information I remember as much as to the best of my knowledge. But yeah, for proper advice on your cases, always speak to a qualified immigration lawyer. You can book the paid consultation with us or speak to any other immigration lawyer. That's my advice. But to the best of my knowledge, 6235 is fine to add a dependent. There is no restriction on adding a dependent on 6235. Okay. Okay, I was talking about the e-visa issues. So make sure you always update your latest ID document, usually your passport, on your e-visas on your UKVI account, because that's what you will be using to travel to the UK when you go. Thank you, Kulsum. Thank you, Kulsum. Subscribe to our channel. If you would like, maybe become a paid member. There are membership options, £1 or £2. It just goes in donations. So that's what we do from the channel. That's just nominal amounts. Yeah. So check on the channel information if you are interested. 6135. With 6135, I don't think you can. You have 6135. What is the name of that? Can you search that and copy and paste over here? I think 6135. 6135. I don't have it my notes in front of me, but yeah, sorry, I forgot all these codes. But 6135, maybe give me the name of that code also. What is the job name? Is it senior care worker or care worker? Then I'll remember maybe. Rebin Benny. Got UK entry clearance sticker on my passport. I've been traveling to UK 3 weeks. I was able to create UKVI account but unable to complete the documents verification. Documents verification. Why UK immigration ID check? Yeah, so this is, I'll answer Rebin's question, but I will also update everyone. If you are making an entry clearance application outside the UK, you are still getting the stickers. The stickers will be taken over a period of time, maybe over next year. But then you can create your UKVI account as Rebin has done here. You have created your UKVI account. You can also get the e-visa. I have created for some clients also, and I have seen that myself. You are able to create it using your GWF number usually and your passport. So you don't have any BRP, but using a GWF and your passport as the identification document, you can do it. So Rebin here, you are having issues with that. Try to contact that web chat. Okay, try to contact that web chat for e-visas, that is the support, and tell them what issues you are having. Uh, you are unable to complete the ID verification. Yeah, I think you upload a copy of your passport or something and someone verifies it physically. That is a step I think they do. So speak to that web chat and try to sort it out if you are able to. If not, if you are traveling before 31st of December, you should be fine. You can travel with the vignette. There is no issue with traveling with the vignette, and then sort out the issue once you are back here. Yeah, so no luck with them. So if you are traveling before 31st of December, you should be fine. Use the vignette to enter the UK. Your airlines will allow you to board the flight. That's not an issue. So that's about this. What else about e-visas? Okay. Yeah, anyone coming live can ask their questions. I have some downtime. This is last Tuesday also I went to the Indian OCI office for my son's OCI. They sent me back, which I expected. Let's see if I get this done today or not, or I have to come back. Okay, the broker. Student with dependent failed MSc has withdrawn by school. Dependent now has tier 2 visa. Can they remain with family? The student, so the student failed MSc and has withdrawn. You have to leave the UK. I will answer that. City Thames Link, London Blackfriars, Elephant and Castle, Loughborough Junction, Herne Hill, Tulse Hill, Streatham, Mitcham Eastfields, Mitcham Junction, Hackbridge, Carshalton, and Sutton. Okay, so I will answer the student question from the broker. You have to go outside the UK and make an entry clearance application as a dependent of your partner. So your partner has got tier 2 skilled worker visa, I think, and you cannot switch inside the UK. You have to leave the UK and then come back to the UK, make an entry clearance, make sure there are no overstays. Leave the UK as soon as possible till the time you have permission, or the 60-day grace period, whatever that is. Because if you overstay, the bans will come into play if you overstay for more than 3 months. Okay, Judith, support worker 6135. For some reason, I'm not comfortable saying a yes to that. With 6135, 61, what did they change? 6135. I can try to find it out maybe in my break, but I think I'm not sure to the best. Support worker. It is a care worker job code, I think. There are only 2 of them that are restricted. To the best of my knowledge, I don't remember the numbers at the top of my head. They are very much, I think, 6135 and 6136, something like that. Sorry, I cannot check things now. I don't have any system in front of me. So, but there are only 2 who are restricted. That's what I know. So I'll try and find out in the break when I'm down and maybe join the next live. I'll do it after half an hour or so. I'll do another live around half 11. So join that one. I'll try to find it in between the 6135 thing. Yeah. Just trying to apply for another MSc. Yeah, you may be able to apply for the another MSc, but you will be asked to make an entry clearance. That's what I know. What universities will ask you to do. They are not going to allow you to switch from inside UK, to the best of my knowledge. But yeah, speak to the universities if they are allowing you to switch from inside the UK, which I highly doubt. Unis will not allow you. They will say you have to make an entry clearance application. about 5 minutes or so. Once I go in the tunnel, then it will break, but I will join again. So I'll use the same live. You will have some distortion. Anyone who's live, just keep it open, and once I go out of the tunnel, it will start again. So maybe about 10 minutes or so, 12 minutes, I think. Not sure exactly, but about one, two, or two stations, yeah. King's Cross, Farringdon. So you may have some distraction. It will just go in circles, loading, it will show you. But I will join again as soon as I'm out. Okay. Other issues around e-visas. I was just talking of e-visas is my main topic now, and e-visa BRPs. Okay. Mm, e-visa. First and very important thing, carry your expired BRPs to the UK, even if they are expired. Keep them with you till the time you make any other UK visa applications also. Home Office has said because your BRP card even expired, it has your biometric information. Home Office can locate your biometric information, your fingerprints and photograph through the BRP, even if it is expired. This is what Home Office has confirmed to us. So make sure you hold it, you carry it with you when you travel. Yeah, it may help you to sort out any issues you may face. Number one. Number two, always update your ID documents on your e-visas. Everyone whose BRPs are expiring on 31st. Okay, now I'm gone in the tunnel. So yeah, I'm again gone. I think yeah, it's out of these tunnels. So yes. So I was talking of e-visas. Update your IDs, latest IDs. Anytime you get a new passport, update it on your UKVI account. Check it, reverse check it that using that passport details, you are able to see your e-visa. That's the only way the carrier, the airlines will see it when you go to the airport. There's the any way anyone can see your e-visa with all your information. So what else? Yeah, okay, this is the train station. So anyone who is not watching from the UK, outside the UK, so this is an overground train in London. Most of my work is done digitally only. Uh, Almost 90% of the time I work only from home. So because I have my kids helping with the family also. So, but yeah, everything is, the whole work is gone digital. Home office is digital. Our regulators are digital. So we all work remotely. Anyone having any questions can ask them now. About e-visas, other points that I would cover is ID document. If your status is jumbled up, mixed up statuses, make sure you raise it with Home Office. Sometimes people are seeing someone else's status, someone else's picture. It's a we are, yeah, on that calculation of the student visa requirements, yeah, please book a consultation with us or anyone else and try to get the exact numbers. I cannot do financial calculations on the lives, sorry about that. But I think it is, you will need 9 months if you, up to a maximum of 9 months, that's what they say. So if your course is 1 year or above, 9 months or above, then up to 9 months is the maximum maintenance you need, to the best of my recollection. Okay. Okay, talking about e-visas and other issues. Let me find my maps first. I have to reach somewhere. I am still live. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate. I am still live. Sorry, I'm trying to navigate my way through. So I have to look at navigation. Head north. Okay. Okay, anyone coming live can ask their questions. I am live. The internet may go in and out because I'm in central London. There are some large buildings, big buildings over here. Yes, I think I need to walk from here. Okay, I was discussing e-visa issues. When I'm back in another live, yeah, e-visas since 1st of January, all the lawyers we are expecting.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left onto Goswell Road, A1.
Yeah, all the lawyers are gearing up towards these e-visa issues that will come up from 1st of January. So if you are having any issues, raise it to Home Office as soon as possible. There is this 3 million group also, which was built up for the EU settlement scheme, but they are also helping out. They are trying to, there is an Excel sheet, there is an information sheet that they are asking you to fill up if you have any e-visas, and they are lobbying with Home Office on any e-visa related issues. So that is, if you Google for 3 million EU settlement scheme, you may get their website. So maybe fill up that with any e-visa related issues. Okay, the question, when is the last date student who came for masters in 2023? Okay, Benga, what is your question? When is the
Head
last?
northeast towards Seckford Street, then turn left onto Seckford Street.
When is the last date student who came for masters in 2024? As in January 24? Sorry, I don't understand your question. Can you please clarify? What is the last date for what?
Turn left onto
I mean
Seckford Street, then
expiration.
turn
So
right
if your
onto
visa
Woodbridge
is,
Street.
if your permission is expiring in January 2024, yeah, whenever it expires, if your permission is expiring on 31st of January 2024, that is the last date of your permission. What is that you are asking? If you have student permission, whenever it is expiring, it is expiring. So you need to file any other visa application latest by the last date of your visa expiry date. Yeah, clarify your question, then I may be able to answer.
Turn left onto Woodbridge Street, then turn right onto Skinner Street.
Okay, I have to turn
Head
left
northeast
somewhere.
from Haywards Place towards Woodbridge Street, then turn right onto Woodbridge Street.
Okay.
Turn right onto.
Okay, sorry, I'm navigating around trying to find the address. Okay, Venga, I haven't got your question yet, so yeah, if you can clarify, I will try and answer that. Ooh, I'm stuck here. This is blocked. Let me go from outside. Okay, so I've come to this road and it is blocked. I see it there. Okay, let me go through from the other way. Okay, e-visa issues and all that I'm talking about. Most of the e-visa stuff should go through smoothly. That's what we are expecting, Home Office is expecting. But there will be some challenges, some things held up at the airports and all. So Home Office is gearing up. They are increasing the staff for the e-visa thing. From 1st of January, yes, there will be a lot of support from Home Office. That's what they have confirmed. But yes, some things will fall through the crack, and there will definitely be some issues that we ourselves have not foreseen that will come up with these e-visa things. So anything that comes up, definitely report it through that 3 million. If you go to the 3 million
Continue onto
USS
Woodbridge Street.
website, they are a group who are lobbying with this with Home Office a lot. So fill up any issues that you may have had, and they're having meetings with Home Office. Even we are having meetings through Immigration Lawyers Practitioners Association. Let me see, I'm on the right path. 1 minute. Okay, Kulsum, you asked me again. Let me check my path first. Okay. Crossing the road. Kulsum, your question is, so student visa financial requirements are to show for 9 months, right? Not for the whole duration of 1 year. I think it is 9 months. Yeah, but don't quote me on it. It is in the immigration rules, or it shows you on the student visa eligibility page. But I think, to the best of my recollection, it's only 9 months you have to show if your course is for a period of more than 9 months. Yeah. And it should be held for at least 28 days. And the last date of the 28 days should be within 31 calendar days from the date of application. Yeah. Okay. Gaza News. Is working in construction considered as a full-time job? Working in construction? What reference are you asking this with? Yes, working in construction can be a full-time job. If you're working full-time, I think so. But what is your reference? Why are you asking this specifically about this job? You can work in any field for full-time. I think there is no difference between construction field or any other field. Full-time means, I think it mainly depends on how many hours you are working with that in that employment. That's how I would look at it. If you're working 20 hours or less, I think then it may be a part-time job. I think so. Yeah. Any job can be a full-time job in any field. For financial reasons to apply for renew the residency. What residency are you renewing? What visa do you have? Spouse visa, skilled worker visa? What are you trying to renew, if you tell me that? For financial reasons to apply for renew the residency. Yeah, if you tell me what visa it is, spouse visa, parent visa, skilled worker visa, what visa are you trying to renew? I think I'm going to reach, just check, switch to a 5-year route. Yeah, 5-year route mainly depends on your income. So if you are earning over the required income, currently it is 29,000 annually. Doesn't matter how long you are working. You may be working 2 hours and making that money. So it doesn't matter full time or half time, whatever that is, part time. But financial requirement can be met with the amount of earnings. So that's how you meet it. It doesn't matter whether it is part time. You may have 3 part time jobs. You may have 1 full time job. Doesn't matter. So that is perfectly fine. The amount is what matters. 29,000 annual income should be earned. You may be earning it working 1 hour or 8 hours in a day. So you will have to consider last 12 months of your income and see if you want that. And on that basis, the calculations will have to be done. Yeah, speak to an immigration lawyer and do the calculations and only then apply. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming very close. Yes, I think VFS office is here. So this is the Indian visa office. I have come to apply for OCI for my son. Let's see, I get this done today. I came last week, they sent me back. This happens with Indian offices, it's common. We are used to this. Yeah, I'm British now, but still. Okay, so let's see if I get this done today. I will come back live again after my appointment over here. One question, why HSPL? Is it possible to share a bit about global talent, like requirements, eligibility? Yeah, global talent is a very niche area. I can briefly cover. I think my appointment is in 5 minutes. Yeah, so it's not an easy one to get. You need an endorsing body to endorse you. Every field has its own endorsing bodies. Like for British arts and culture, there is an endorsing body. 80% of the global talent visas are done in the field of IT. It is that technician. You can go on their website and see the eligibility. There are 2 types of global talents. One is a promise and one is a leader. So the leader in 3, if you are a leader in your field, then global talent. Yes, that is correct. So then you can get ILR in 3 years. If you have the promise that you are a potential leader, then 5 years you get ILR. You can merge your skilled worker and mostly skilled worker and any other route to settlement. Definitely, if you are on a skilled worker and you can switch to global talent, you can still count uh, the skilled worker period towards your global talent also. One very good thing about global talent is you can, if you are not sure whether you qualify or not, you can apply for the global talent visa. Not for the visa, for the endorsement. There are two stages. One is endorsement, second is visa application. You can make the endorsement application. If that gets refused, nothing changes on your visa situation. It is as good as it's not an immigration application, firstly, because you apply it to the endorsing body. The application may go through Home Office, but it only goes to the endorsing body. If you get a refusal of your endorsement, that's perfectly fine. You can reapply, you can improve on it. Usually most of the endorsing bodies do give comments how to improve it, or maybe apply next year, or whatever that is. They do give you some suggestions saying why you don't qualify, and you can improve on it and apply again. You can apply for endorsements as many number of times as you want to. There is no restriction on it. It doesn't affect any of your status in the UK. Your current visa remains the same. I have had cases where I've done for students, also skilled workers, whoever want to upgrade and want to get the global talent. So that is perfectly fine. So that's what I would say. That's all. What else about global talent visa? Yeah, that is all. There is a small fees for endorsement, so anyone can test it. You can file the endorsement yourself also, and there is not much help that lawyers can do on the endorsing side. Remember that, because it is not a Home Office decision, it's not an immigration rules decision. Endorsement mainly depends on the endorsing body. Basically, if they like you, if you fall in their criteria, then they pass you or you fail. So that is where you are looking at. So what else about endorsing? And once your endorsement is approved, then within 3 months you can apply for the substantive immigration application. That's your global talent visa. So global talent endorsement and then global talent visa application. If you don't get it, you don't apply. Nothing changes on your immigration case. If your leave is coming to an end and you are stuck in that situation, you are trying for the global talent, then you have to do both the applications together, global talent and the visa application, because you will not get a section 3C leave if you don't do the visa application in time before the expiry of your current permission. So what else? Yeah, all the maintenance requirement and fees and all you can see on the government website. It's on the page, global talent visa. And it's not an easy visa to get. Mainly people in the field of IT, they do get. That's what I've seen. 80% of the global talent are taken in the IT area, 20% in other areas. Mayawa Ayula. What happened? Hello. Yes. So I have to end my live now. Sorry, my appointment time is coming. It's 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you. I will join again in about half an hour if I get the OCI done today, or I may come another day. Let's see. It's Indian office.